October 2nd, 2021. I want to distinguish for this, which is where I belong and where I belonged since before my birth here in this time frame. There is something that I refer to that caused an entire catastrophic effect that it was unacceptable then, should have never been pursued, but it happened, so now you put it on the board because it has to be tracked. Alright, there's something that was Grape. That's where I talk about the circle, the sphere that looks like this and has more safety features, less this picture. This is just a warning sign of a stretching within the weather pattern and the weather system. But what happens is, which I've talked of before, when the system went from safety feature of Grape into the G being the force that keeps this in its safety position. When the G was removed, which is what I equate out to NICOLAS, it started to collapse in on one another. And this is within my life frame. And then this became a rape. That's what it looks like. I only say those words. I know the humans have made it into something far different. But if you take the G off of Grape, it becomes a rape. G is the force that pulls the circle. It has a counterbalance, a countersink into it that keeps the Ropagal and the compression system in a air bubble that is easy to move through and easy for pressure to work within. That's the significance. When the Grape was taken away, it became just rape. And that's what this is in deforestation and with climate change, with emissions, with all of those big, heavy titles. That's what it is. Now, again, I spoke about humans only measure in gold, it feels like, between the debris field and where we are. That's what this is. Those are my blind spots. I don't have access to Blue Blood's Reagan family. I don't have access to the Brady Bunch. I just don't. I'm in the debris field. I know it's a debris field. I see sick people everywhere. I myself are sick. I cannot help but not see anything in the gold range because they don't exist for me. They haven't been helpful. In fact, the only reason why they grew gold was because they broke apart and created a debris field, as far as I'm concerned. I am not of the type. I'm in this situation. And within Oort Cloud, being a roamer was created and a Teofrio was created within my visual Grape. When that happened, which should have never been forced, and it was, Anthony and Nora are the type, I'm a catfish. I will stay in the house until somebody comes for me. I don't like going outside and dealing with humans. I don't. I mean, I've witnessed them, I've journaled, I've documented. It's not who I am or what I ever wanted to be. I wanted to be the little 6-year-old or 7-year-old girl in the forest that just had celebrated a birthday, found some really handsome boy had some accent or whatever, was trying not to have an accent, which I thought was even more funny, was mad, then he was happy, and then he kissed me, and I was sold. I was happily ever after at like 6 or 7 on some kind of trail. I wrote about it in my diary when I got home. I showed it to my 3rd grade teacher who took like a photocopy of it. But that memory was taken away. So now, in order to create more orc, cloud, and debris mess while I'm here, Tiafreu is the type, so is Nora. They're 4 siblings. One's adopted, and then there's 3 real whatevers. They like going out to bars. They came into my area, being Veterans Memorial Highway. Nora worked at something called the Stadium Pub, which was right down the road from my house, which I didn't ever visit or even know about until I met them. But like they have this, like, for lack of a better term, like a movie that I've never seen, but I've seen a trailer of, Roadhouse. Like people that don't have a lot of money, that go to bars for fun, they sing karaoke because they've got some spirits. I appreciate them. I just don't want to have to live that lifestyle. I don't. I don't appreciate the fact that they created a debris field, so I would have to be forced to witness this level of not life, or defend their level of life. If you like that, great. I didn't want to be part of it, but I had no choice because my choices were taken away from me when Grape took away the G and gave me a fucking rape. And then perpetuated that debris field to make more gold for people that don't really fucking matter. And then fight over who died for the doesn't fucking matter. And make it even fucking worse. And more long and dilated and harder to negotiate. So now, I'm just stuck here in the zero summation. I can't get out of it. There's been no money, there's been no career, there's been no benefit, there's been no employment opportunity. I mean, like, I worked real estate for a while, but like not because I wanted to, because they took all my options away and then pointed me in that fucking direction after the great rape. I mean, like, if that's not set up for, I mean, like, so I just saw on Blue Bloods, the Reagan family. Yeah, that's where, like, my children and I lived at Catfish, of, like, that's how I raised them, to always sit down and tell me something nice about your day, and then you could get into something bad later, like what happened bad in your day. And that's how I raised them when they were young. When Anna and Liz and Diana were in Ronkonkoma babysitting for me while I was out trying to do some real estate, make some money to keep a roof over their head, before Tiafreu. After Tiafreu, a whole fucking life changed, because he brought a whole lifestyle of drugs and, like, all sorts of stuff I try to keep away from the kids. But it's just like, why would you pollute and allow him to fish in my river? How does that even happen in this America? I'm just curious. I belong to something called a NICOLAS. Why was Jay fishing in my river? Jason. And why was Anthony allowed to fish in my river? Just curious. When you're searching for all that blind spot gold field, and I'm still stuck in a debris field with absolutely nothing to my name, I'm also stuck on an Earth that's on a collapsing health system and breathing apparatus, and I look like fucking hell. I want you to remember to ask, why was Jason and why was Anthony allowed in New York to even enter my river system to fish my cat out of the house? And why didn't it produce a result that sounded like Nicolaus for life? Because anything else is unacceptable. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. I'm in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It is Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken.